The sun is too hot. The plane will blow up. Hi guys, welcome back to the Quora Zone. Today we're reading from, as a teacher, what is the most shocking thing you've heard a student say? Our first post is from Ordell Allen. I kid you not. I overheard this conversation between some of my high school students. Student 1, did you just hear what he said? No. What? He said he's going to Hawaii this summer. Okay, this summer. I don't get it. You can't fly to Hawaii in the summer. The sun is too hot. The plane will blow up. I didn't even think about that. Maybe they're going to drive. What are you talking about? You can't drive to Hawaii. Do you know how far Hawaii is? It would take forever to get there. This would have to be Americans. 100%. This is Americans. But isn't Hawaii near America so you can drive? I'm Australian. Our next post is from Amy Babin-Norks. I taught first grade at a school for students who have behaviour and emotional disabilities. Many of the students' parents had terminated their rights, and the kids became wards of the state. They lived in the residential part of the campus. They did not have homes to visit on the weekends or during holidays. I occasionally brought my young son to visit the kids on non-school days, and they loved to hold him, play with him, and help him learn to walk. In turn, my son enjoyed all the attention. One day, a student of mine drew a picture of me on the board, and he was so excited to show it everyone. "Oh yes, your drawing looks just like me, with the green eyes and yellow hair," I said. Then I looked closely, and there was what looked like a little baby in my tummy. "Am I holding my son? Or is that before he was born?" "No," he explained, "that's your new baby." My son was only 9 months old, and I was still nursing him. New baby? What? I got a blood test on my way home, and that night a phone call came from the clinic saying I was pregnant. But 8 months later, my daughter was born. So the fact that one of my first graders told me I was pregnant before I even knew was indeed shocking. Our next post is from Layla Yusuf. I was once doing a small fun activity for the girls in first grade. I asked the girls to draw their dream job they're aiming to be in the future. The girls drew all kinds of inspiring jobs such as being a vet, a dentist, a teacher, a fashion designer, a makeup artist, a mum, etc. So there was this girl who drew me something I couldn't understand. When I asked her about it, she told me she wanted to be a plastic surgeon. I thought I heard it wrong the first time, and when I asked her why, her answer was, "My mum told me it brings a lot of money." It was like this. For a couple of minutes staring at the board, even to this day, I have no comment on what I felt. The career is for sure a demanded one, and there's a high probability for a high pay. For a 6-year-old girl to have her own ambition and dream targeted towards a materialistic concept from such a young age made me feel sad in a way. This may not sound so shocking for some of you, but from my teaching experience, this is my weirdest surprising feeling I had from a student. That is, yeah, wow, no kids even know what a plastic surgeon, I didn't even know what a plastic surgeon was until I was 12. No, I probably wasn't 12, but crazy. Our next post is from Esther Littlefield, 3rd grade student. My mum got arrested for slapping my sister. Me. Oh my word, I'm so sorry, what happened? 3rd grade student. My sister found out my mum was sleeping with her boyfriend, and she called my mum a whore. Me, staring in bewilderment. Sister and boyfriend were 15. Mum was not arrested for slapping the girl. She was arrested for suspected statutory rape. Shaking my head. Our next post is from something. Miss, how much is it for a night with you? I've been writing on the board when Jose called this out. Jose was one of 6 seniors in my class. This comment followed several months of students overtly flirting with me, guessing the weight of my various body parts, proposing marriage, but I laughed off the other instances and tried to divert their attention back to lessons. Jose never seemed to care much about the actual class. The most effort he put in was trying to hug me. When asked to write an essay, he would jot down the first sentence that came to his mind. Miss is my dream, come truth, and refused to add any more. It was my first year teaching. It was my first year in this country. I had no idea how to handle anything. This was a line too far. I went to the principal. I wasn't personally upset, but I knew I needed to address it seriously. And boy, was it taken seriously. Jose was summoned to the second hour of a meeting with all the teachers in which his fate at our school was to be determined. We sat in a circle as teachers spoke to him about women, about sexual abuse and harassment, about what his words meant and what they expected of him. With tears streaming down his face, he spoke sincerely for perhaps the first time since I had known him. "I'm sorry, miss." I knew he was, and he was still a kid, stumbling over his words, as we all have, and he finally got his hug. Our next post is from Robert Berg. I once heard a medical student saying the following: "I heard that if you drop a baby that you're delivering, you should fall to the floor and make it look like you're having a seizure. That way you won't get blamed for dropping the baby." Wait, what? Our next post is from Don Nelson. From the mouth of an excited 5th grader. "Mr. Nelson, guess what? I'm a new cousin and a new sister." Me. "Were 2 babies born to your family yesterday?" "No. My dad left my mum and married his stepsister. They had a baby yesterday, so I'm a cousin and a sister." The other kids in the class were very confused. While my brain reeled, I congratulated her and casually said it was time to start the lesson and moved on. I could only see the potential for this poor girl being teased and tortured. She was such a great kid. No child should be tortured for the actions of her parents. Dad and stepsister. Our next post is from Forrest Marler. About 30 plus years ago, I used to teach high school in a very small school, K to 12 in 2 buildings. One day, one of the elementary teachers called me over, where they were sitting with a 1st grader. "Tell Mr. Marler what you want when you grow up and graduate from school." "I want to go to jail." The natural question left my lips. "Why do you want to do that?" And he proceeded to tell me that his older brothers had been to jail and had come back telling how wonderful it was there. 3 meals every day, not just sometimes. It was heated during the winter, often air-conditioned during the summer. The toilets always worked. You could shower every day with hot water. You got clean clothes every day. There were no bugs running around, and at night you usually got to watch some TV. Who wouldn't want to have these wonderful things that you can't get at home? Who cares if the price you pay is you can't leave for months or a year or 2, and you have to usually work outside in the heat or cold? I knew that people lived in poverty. I myself had lived for a couple of years on less than paycheck to paycheck, but I never dreamed until that time that jail is a beautiful step up in some people's lives. Mind you, these are not people milking the system. It's not milking the system when at 5 or 6 years old, you honestly believe that jail is a promised land. And if he believes it, what Will does his children, etc. believe. That's so sad. It also depends what type of jail, because then there like some jails where it's really disgusting and really bad in general. Alright guys, that is all from the Quora Zone today. I hope you guys enjoyed these stories. If you guys have any similar stories of your own, let me know in my email, which we posted here. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe for more, comment for any other topics that you would like. Hope you guys enjoyed me being back.